If I had told you when we were parting ways that Friday night at the draft in Vegas, Bailey Zappi is going to throw the first rookie touchdown pass of the NFL season and be the first rookie winning starting quarterback of the season. How about them apples, right? I mean,
I certainly wouldn't have guessed that.
You would not have gone to the tables with me. You would not have gone to the tables with me that night in Vegas.
That's exactly right. That wouldn't have piqued my interest. I don't think that we could have even gotten odds on that one, Rich.
Crazy. It really is crazy. But we did see Breece Hall. Now, we were talking about him that Friday night, and we just saw him with a $197 of total scrimmage yards. What do you think of the rookie class about what we've seen so far through the first 5 weeks of the NFL campaign?
I think that they've been pretty darn good. And you could probably say, and I know that there's a lot of attention being paid to Aiden Hutchinson and maybe his lack of productivity early. But, I thought that, even Thibodeau, he played well last week.
Yes.
He's getting his feet wet. And obviously there was a lot of talk about him leading into last year's draft.
Yes.
Well, where does he fall and this or that? But he seems to have assimilated incredibly well into the culture of the NFL, and in particular there in New York. Walker's done well. But the guys that we all kind of pegged as like, oh yeah, like this is a really good pick, and I bring up Breece Hall specifically. This is exactly what we thought he was going to be, a back that after he got his feet wet was going to very quickly be a back that could carry the load for even an NFL team early in his career, and we're seeing that early. Yeah. I think it's been a pretty good rookie class, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. And then Pickett, again, I don't know, you might have been traveling back from Indiana or something like that, but Pickett, even though in his first start the Steelers got waxed by the Bills, just him getting up, and I don't know if you saw that, he got in Shaq Lawson's face, and the team was shoving everyone else off of him, and the offensive line came to his aid on the spot. I don't know. There's something about this kid that even though he got waxed in his first career start, that there is something there. My 2 cents.
Well,
seeing that.
Here's what I thought when I saw like Pickett versus Trubisky is that I don't think Pittsburgh's great. First of all, right? So like if you go from that starting point, it just looked like with Trubisky you're just kind of dying a slow death, and with Pickett, at least he's swinging while they're going down. Does that make sense? Like there's some fight there, and yes, you're going to deal with mistakes, but there's just a little bit more fire there than with the other quarterbacks, and I kind of like it. I kind of love it because this guy is going to battle, and I still think he's pretty dang good, and we'll see what he can do the rest of the year.
And then tonight on Thursday Night Football, Joel, we've got Carson Wentz going for Washington, and Ron Rivera, even though he said it was a mea culpa moment and he backtracked or apologized or said, my bad, and I mean, it created distraction. When asked the difference between the rest of the NFC East and his team, he said quarterback. And he stared down, just like he didn't, with a stare like I didn't stutter. And so I'm wondering, Sam Howell, is he a guy that you think we might see here? You get a sense of anything? What do you think, Joel? What do you think of that?
Wentz, I didn't think Wentz was the problem last week, and I trust a lot of good people in the NFL, and they all told me that, like, hey, Wentz was one of their best attributes last week. And granted, I think that the turnovers and the time that they happen are magnified, and I think that that's absolutely the case. But in a large degree, he was the only reason that they were in that position to begin with. And so I don't think we're getting close to that. I thought that Ron Rivera was way out of line based on what happened in the game. And, you go from there, because he was trying to talk about, they've been established and this and that around the other parts of the division. And I'm like, Cooper Rush, I don't know. I kind of felt like I was taking crazy pills. It's like, am I Mugatu here? Like, Cooper Rush is not like a foundational piece for Dallas. Am I wrong?
No, you are correct. And Daniel Jones, you're our guy together when you came on this show after the draft, where he was drafted, saying this is going to set the Giants back a few years. And you were right up until Daboll's arrival, right? I mean, look at him.
Daboll has infused an amazing amount of confidence and continuity with that offense. And I think that we would be remiss if we didn't say the other biggest part of what's happened offensively is that you've got a creative offensive mind that's given you a really good game plan. And part of that is that their best offensive player and most dynamic player, Saquon Barkley, is healthy.
He's back.
And when that happens, boy, it becomes easier to play quarterback.
No doubt.